Hello and welcome to another episode of the Mothertucker podcast. Yes, we are back for some more nonsense. Woo! Yes! We got lots to talk about this week. So I'm here with my besties, my baes, my ladies. Who's here?
Hi, I'm Oktoberfest.
Hello, it's me, CJ Banks.
And returning for my once-a-year performance, Cyazine.
Yay! So,
And none for Lacey Rain.
And none for Lacey Rain. She's got that. What's that flu everyone's got right now? The Aussie flu.
Australian
No, she's got
flu.
the consumption.
It has to be Victorian for Lacey.
She has the Vespers. Is that a thing?
Lacey, when she had. So
That was in season
all drag queens have a second knee. CJ, talk about your knee for a second.
I was at home over the festive period and I was wearing a pair of shorts and my mum went, "What is that under your knee?"
What is going on here?
Because all drag queens that I know that do knee drops have a very protrusive...
A second knee.
A second kneecap.
To
But
build up
mine's
a cartilage.
is straight up round and it legitimately forms a second kneecap. So much so that it's very tender just to touch. And it's very protrusive.
That's not what tender means. That's hard.
No, it's like tender. I can feel you
tender.
poking
Oh,
that.
right.
But because it's Lacey Rain adjacent, it's also called handmaiden's knee.
Which, when she went to the doctor, they said to her, that's not been diagnosed since Victorian times.
Of course.
They obviously don't have enough stage performance coming in.
Well, as you all know, my knee hasn't been quite the same since BBC Week.
BBC Week was when?
The last time I performed.
Over a year ago, because it was the
It
previous
was
anniversary.
over a year,
I'm
yeah.
thinking that was like August 2016.
16? Yeah.
Holy hell.
I know,
My God. It's been,
From strength to strength. It's been a hot minute.
it's been a hot minute, guys.
My knee is fine, by
Gracious.
the way. Just put everyone's mind at ease.
First topic of the week is Courtney Act on Big Brother.
Oh!
So I don't know if you guys have been keeping up for it, but the show started, I think it was the 2nd of January.
Yeah.
And it was an all-female cast, and I think actually all the audience member when they went in were all females as well.
I think it's to commemorate like some kind of
It's
anniversary
Women getting the
of...
vote
Yeah.
in 1918.
So it was 100 years.
that's cool.
Which CJ was actually going to do a performance of all the number ones in 1918, but changed their mind at the last minute.
I love a 100-year century remix.
Yeah. When all the big stars came out, like Madonna and Cher.
1918.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I can do a postmodern jukebox revamp of some of those.
Yeah!
Tom Harlow helped me out.
Because he's been around since then.
Come on.
Oh.
Weimar Republic was popping back then. 1918. So yes, she entered the Big Brother house with quite some pizzazz, don't you think, ladies?
Her pizzazz
Oh.
was on show.
It was my
Oh,
absolute
it was tucked
favourite.
away, thankfully.
Oh, that was... that's the gift that keeps on giving.
So I'm sure you've all seen it. It was all trending on Facebook and social media with
Probably
Courtney.
about a week ago, depending
A
on
week
when this
ago,
went
yeah.
out.
If you
Her-
haven't, go
her
look it up right now.
Holographic two-piece
Which was a
outfit.
lovely outfit.
Gorgeous.
Really flattered her shape.
Yeah. With no hip pads, obviously.
Weird
But
shape.
it did flatter her shape.
Yeah, it did. But I think she stepped on it going down the steps and it tore it off right away. But the camera did pan away very quickly. But you couldn't watch it, could you?
I have this thing, like, I don't get scared by horror films. I can watch Saw, I can watch Jaws, I can watch all the Final Destinations.
You can watch it performing.
Jaws.
I can sit through a full Oktoberfest burlesque performance. However, things that make me cringe are like horror movies. So my worst movies in the world are like Mr. Bean. See, I can't watch films
Are
that...
you actually comparing Courtney Act to Mr. Bean right now?
I'm saying it's worse than, because I've actually still not seen the footage
Oh.
of the ripped skirt. I've seen the meme that's going around, the one Getty image photo where it's all on show and she's pulling the best face in the entire world. But I
It's
can't...
the CG Banks lip sync face.
Straight up. But I can't watch the video proof because it literally makes my spine tingle.
Can we force
I-
CJ to watch it and just record the audio?
Do you know what it is? It's like see when other people watch like people getting syringes in their like body and they're like, oh, you know how it gives you that tingly feeling in the back of your like your ass.
Yes.
Right.
I
Pimple popping
cannot
videos are that
watch
for
it.
me.
It's called douche chills. In case you were
Stop.
curious.
Oh,
What?
It's the medical terminology.
So
I thought this was like a slang term I hadn't heard
It
there.
is
have
a-
all
it's a
three
slang
of
term.
Is
you
it?
ladies watched that footage?
I've seen the clip,
watched
yeah.
it.
It's not as bad
It's
as
not that
you
bad,
think.
no, it's
I will
not
say the image of
The
that
image
The
is
image is
so
worse.
much worse.
the image is
I
startling.
think it's more. I was saying this to you earlier, Perry. If it happened if it had to happen, I wish it happened slightly differently, where people would be going, "Was that intentional?" Because it was
But
so.
people are saying that though.
Well, what do you ladies think? So we've all watched it. What did you
Yeah.
guys think?
Well, people are saying that it was a publicity stunt
Yeah.
that would make her entrance to the house a big
Memorable.
thing. I mean, with her being not the biggest star going in there, I think like Michelle, when Michelle did Big Brother, she was very big amongst the kind of LGBT community.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but Michelle was not well known amongst the kind of mainstream British public, I would say.
Yeah.
Courtney's in the same position, but you know fine well
Now
the
everyone's
next
talking about her.
everyone's talking about her. She's going to be on the front page of every single tabloid with that
Yes.
image because it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But then the flip side is, you say not popular with the mainstream audience, but that operates on the assumption that straight people still watch Big Brother.
I don't know.
Big Brother
I don't
is just
know
for the gays
who
now.
watches Big Brother these
I know.
days?
I've stopped watching it.
I watched the season with Michelle.
Same.
I watched that season.
It'll
and
be
I
my
think
first season since the legend and icon that is Makosi left that house.
My God, Makosi is your drag inspiration.
Makosi, I watched
Nikki
Graham.
Graham.
Yeah,
Yes.
Savannah Scotia, eat your heart.
I
out,
did
yeah.
not watch the one with Gemma Collins, but I'm aware
No.
of the sound bites.
But
Yes.
Makosi,
New York.
New York.
New
was
York
remember-
was in the same season as Michelle.
No, she wasn't.
No,
No,
that's
she
She
wasn't.
was
one.
with Gemma Collins.
Oh, I
No.
don't know these things.
Michelle was with like Paris Hilton and Kate Hopkins.
Right. Okay.
That was that season.
Yeah,
Yeah, I,
think
didn't. I only watched Michelle's.
I think I will watch this one with.
I don't think I will.
Same,
Starting
yeah. I
from
think I
when
will watch
Courtney
it.
went
Did you
in
see the meme
until
which
she
was
leaves.
gay culture, Celebrity Big Brother's trash, Celebrity Big Brother, Courtney Act is entering the house, and it's the video of Raven, Jujubee and Tyra with earphones watching the screen.
Yes,
in full drag with cocktails.
Yes.
because that's from Drag My Dinner Party. Anyway, that's
Yes.
The one time off
I
that you
will
can't
not
find
watch
anywhere.
it because that's just garbage TV. Even worse than that Drag Race program is.
Who would watch reality TV?
Who would
in
watch
this
reality
day
Is
and age?
Courtney being called Shane on this show?
I think so.
They are-
They're calling her Shane J.
They are simultaneously
when she's in
tagging
drag.
things as CBB Shane J and CBB Courtney.
So both then, okay.
So
Depends what she's.
I mean,
because her name badge did say Courtney because she wasn't drag.
How
and
often do you think she'll get in drag?
I think she'll get in drag for challenges and for
Elimination.
eviction nights.
Yeah.
Not elimination.
Oh yeah.
It's not a lip sync for your life.
Exterminations, any of the above.
Yeah, but do remember, like Courtney Act's brand of drag is like a never face.
I think she can do her face as quickly as like any other female celeb in the house, probably.
But then,
Maybe not Anne Widdecombe, but
Legend and icon.
I mean, imagine trying to carve out a cut crease on that face.
I'd actually love to see them clash. Like, I'd love to see Courtney like
it's gonna happen.
schooling Anne on like LGBT topics.
I don't think
And
like
Courtney's so well versed.
Courtney never came across as argumentative. She has like her bad
But I
streak.
think if someone was,
came at her wrong.
yeah,
bruh.
she would
I
defend
mean,
it. Yeah.
there's already
But-
that clip of her in India, but in sort of traditional Courtney fashion, she's very calm and collected. Even when
Yes.
Courtney's giving someone a put down, she like puts the pillow down for them before she throws them to the ground. Like, it's very considerate because she's not about telling someone they're wrong. She's about telling them.
She's
It's
very
like
much like
education.
here's my opinion that is widely held by a lot of other people. So it was the clip of her explaining how she thinks
Like
gender
gender on a
is on a
spectrum.
spectrum,
Yeah.
and it was very much like, I'm not telling you it's on a spectrum. It's here's my belief. It's the same that a lot of other people have.
and it was very wise because I think it was India her name that
Yeah.
she was saying that she felt that Courtney doing drag or the drag in general will
Misogynistic.
confuse people about what being trans is, and Courtney was very clever by actually like almost saying to her, you're being ignorant because you're not being aware of my experience and my journey, and that like everyone's
as far as
no,
that.
but she kind of like
but that is the sort of undertone.
that's
without
that
saying
that
it
was
like
her argument in
I
a way.
did India come at her with aggression?
I don't think so. what Courtney was saying is that you have to be aware of everyone's gender journey, that everyone has a different experience with gender.
Yes, that's fair.
And that's very, very valid.
I also was
Completely.
not aware that Courtney had slept with lots of women.
Yeah, she
has.
Well,
don't
one of her
like
music
Courtney.
videos is all about her having a sexual experience with a girl.
But it's like, because she rated herself on this Kinsey scale as somewhere in the middle,
Like-
only slightly more on the men's side. I was like,
really?
yeah, she said,
Did not.
if
She
it's,
rated
let's
herself
say-
as a 4.
I think it was 1 to 6, 4 being,
Well, it's 0 to 6.
but she said 1
But she
being
did say-
straight.
I'm
let's
just
say
clarifying for
0
the
being,
listeners.
0 being heterosexual,
Yes,
and
6
being
being homosexual.
She's like a 4, so just beyond the average of like bisexual.
Which I guess makes sense because she says that most of her sexual experiences are with men, but she does experience attraction. So it's like, just because you're attracted to someone doesn't necessarily mean you want to have sex with them. So I guess it makes sense that she's saying
You
she has a lot of
fall
attraction.
inside of them most of the time.
And I'm pretty sure when she was on Trixie and Katja's show, I don't know if any of you guys have seen it,
I've seen that one.
but she talks about having a lesbian threesome
Five,
with,
yes.
or I think it was with 2 girls. I think it was with 2 couples. It was
Yeah.
with 2 girls and 2 guys, and she was there. I don't know if she was in drag or not. I'm not
She
sure.
was not in drag.
Not in
I watched
drag.
that episode yesterday.
Yeah,
she
but yeah, she has had a lot of.
she is literally like the nexus of gender and sexuality. She's just right there in the middle of everything.
But
Yeah.
she is so beautiful in
And
so many ways.
both,
not,
yeah.
Not even just in in terms of physicality. She's just such a nice person too.
She's
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
on the outside and,
And,
on the
because-
inside.
I saw this skirt and it was ripped.
Ripped clean off.
Just clean off.
I
So,
saw her insides
I
and
have
they
seen
were
her.
also ripped.
I mean,
Well-
can we talk about the real question though? Why would you wear a tearaway skirt?
Was
Why
it
did it
material?
tear away so easily?
I-
That's
well-
what makes me think it might have been a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
But
You would wear a
But-
you would
no,
wear
because
in
what
words of Jasmine
happened.
Masters panties bit.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Why would you wear that without panties? But the other thing is, I think from the picture, I think what's happened is that she has come down bad
Stepped
on her
on it.
foot. Her foot's twisted, but as she's came down, her foot snagged on the skirt because the skirt kind of hung at the front and
Yeah.
back. So I think it's just snagged it, and as the force of hers came down, it sort of because it's probably one of those. It's probably like a.
came down.
It's probably like a Velcro thing at the back, I imagine.
Oh, you don't,
Who knows?
that's a zip. Ain't nobody wearing a Velcro skirt unless they want it. To
I could
come
not
out.
imagine
But it
going on
could be a reveal
TV
outfit.
not wearing pants. Going on TV not wearing
But
pants.
I mean, I could.
what's even crazier is I don't know if it was me. I don't if I was wearing a skirt and I was like, well, I don't even know if I would have tucked. Never mind, not worn pants.
Yeah, but
Straight up hanging. Granted, most of the guys would wear pads and things, but like,
could you imagine?
could you
CJ?
imagine you had not been tucked? And been
But then
not
again,
wearing-
Or
I
be
don't
shaved.
think. I don't think like.
That's why I don't wear. That's why I
Bush
don't-
on show.
That's
Yeah.
why I wear pads, so I don't have to shave.
But I don't think like
Lack
yeah
of shape.
that's entirely my drag. I don't shave, but I wear.
But you cover every part of your body in tights.
But I don't think like people like Willem and Courtney do wear underwear normally.
Yeah.
Anyway, but the
Breathable.
thing is like
Willem goes on plane just tucked and not wearing any pants. Like I could not imagine that.
Does she have a long jumper on?
Who even
do
knows?
you think she's Frances Stevens?
No, she's just got she literally just has a belt wrapped around. You know what? Like old people are always like.
Carmen Carrera, God's sake. I thought it was hysterical. I'm excited for her journey on Celebrity Big Brother.
Yes.
She is a very good spokesperson for like LGBT issues, and she does it in a very educational way, as October says as well. So I think it would be a good voice.
Don't think she's gonna win.
No,
No.
it'll
But
be
then again-
it'll be a Michelle arc. It'll
Who
be
are-
like
who are the
she'll
other
be
big
she'll
names?
she'll probably be well liked,
There's not.
but won't win.
The
I
thing
think
is
Anne
though,
Widdecombe will win.
someone did say that they could see Courtney winning it if she's sort of entertaining enough. If she wins enough
Yeah.
people over, because Sarah Harding supposedly the sort of main thing that made people like her and come around to her
What's her
was
personality?
it was her sort of personality.
Definitely.
And
Is
it
she
was
on
that,
it?
No, she was on it last year and
Oh
won.
right, okay.
It was her LGBT appeal that she like all the gays loved her and she won.
Right.
It
So
definitely wasn't her voice that won it for her.
exactly. So it could like Courtney could end up winning it on the basis that there's not really like any like big likable names in the house.
Anne Widdecombe
So-
takes offence to that.
I don't give a fuck.
Wasn't
I'd kick her
Boris
down a flight of
Johnson's
stairs if I
sister
could.
on
Oh,
Piece of
Wasn't
trash.
that the host of a McDonald's party?
So
no, you're thinking I can't reveal these things on air.
I actually have a very special place in my heart because I watched the season of Strictly Come Dancing with Anne Widdecombe on it.
Yes.
I have a very special place in my heart for her.
Just
I
because
love
a
her
cunt
wig.
can dance doesn't make them a likeable cunt.
She couldn't
She
dance.
couldn't dance. That was what was funny.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
why she has a special place in my heart.
Is that why you like me so much?
Next question.
Right, are we all done with BB? CBB?
CBB.
Okay, Queens. Next topic is the season of Dragula. This season of Dragula.
Ooh.
Season 2.
Season 2 of Dragula.
Well, I was very lucky to host a Slay Present show with the Belay
Yes,
Brothers.
you've
when
met
they
you've
were
met the
in
Belays.
Glasgow.
How were the
Paris?
Belays?
Super, super lovely. Really, really great and very calm and composed, much in the way that they are on the show, is very what they were like in real life. So
IRL.
IRL, which
Is
some queens do not exist in. Anyway,
Is it correct that, because Savannah was saying to me, because she was there as well.
yes,
And she was saying that Swan seemed a bit more sort of flustered about getting everything organised, whereas Drax seemed
Swanthula?
very laid back about everything. Is that
Which
correct?
one's the
No.
which
Swan is the small one, Drax the taller one.
That sounds like Ray Romano.
yes.
Yes.
Now, I would
Hilarious.
say Drac couldn't understand the Scottish accent.
Really?
Yes, which was quite funny because we'd just give completely different answers to what you'd asked him sometimes, and then Swan would be like, "What the fuck are you just saying here?"
Like, would you like a drink? He's like, 10 or 15 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, but literally it was
5 or
like
6
that.
stores.
You could stop at 5 or 6 minutes or just one, but I think they were both quite chilled and laid back.
How were their numbers?
Their numbers were amazing.
Oh, right.
Really,
they-
really amazing. So they did 2 numbers. One of them, I don't know, should I be like revealing their numbers? I guess they performed it, so yeah.
There'll be videos, so
yeah,
grand.
so they did like a kind of like typical drag telephone mix using a crystal ball. So it still had that like, which was, in fact, the crystal ball itself was really cool. It was
Yes.
very interesting, but I won't reveal the secrets of that. And then they did a Frankenstein's monster kind of mix with angle grinders on stage.
Did you have an
which
angle
was-
grinder, CJ?
which was amazing, like just
Yeah,
like the
just to have
Visually.
sheer
it.
spectacle
gag.
of it. Yeah, so good. And very visually interesting queens as well, because they do that similar look. And their performance style was really strong as well. And they had Primark nails on, so I am fully
Yes.
supportive.
How
Primark
many
nails.
like Drag Race queens or other like famous sort of US queens come over here and fucking go insane for Primark nails? Like
Well,
Michelle Visage tweets about wanting people to bring them to her.
Michelle, the very
Oh my
first
God.
time I ever met Michelle Visage in person was when we bumped into her in Primark Rue and I.
Yes, she loves Primark.
And I hadn't started drag at that point, and we spoke a little bit, unsurprisingly, about drag. You might not know this, but quite interested in it.
You're a cross-dresser.
Not even at that point.
You
I
only
wasn't.
Jesus.
At that point, I was mask for mask.
Oh.
I saw your
And-
haircut back then. You were not mask for mask.
And that chin strap beard, Harry.
Oh my god! the
It
chin
kept my
strap
hair
beard.
on. But yes,
Well,
I was thinking about
helmet.
that I wanted to do drag, but I had a beard and I didn't know if I could. This was also just as Conchita Wurst was speaking, and she was like, "Do it. There's loads of bearded queens." Obviously, I was very ignorant and only a Drag Race fan at this point. Didn't really know about drag, and all
What's
of
changed?
Glasgow drag scene was in its infancy. You weren't.
Yeah.
You weren't
I
even
wasn't
a
even
twinkle.
born
weren't
yet.
even a twinkle in Lacey Reen's eye at that point.
Shh, we don't mention the V word. But what I was gonna say was, I've seen a lot of the Billy Brothers. I watched their Instagram live streams whenever they're at shows. They always seem very composed, very chill.
What was
and I got that
really
vibe from their
interesting,
videos.
which they kind of asked what I thought about it before they did it. They did like a little Q&A session live on stage with the audience just
Lovely.
asking questions, which was great. And so many people had tons of questions about Dragula. And the whole time they were very composed. They knew exactly... They obviously didn't plant the questions.
Yes.
But I feel
Nothing
like
fazed them.
nothing fazed them. They're so intelligent, very thoughtful, that they, unlike myself right now, because I can't think of the words I'm going to say, they seem to just have a very like clean flow of answers that just flowed from one to the other and back. And they presented their ideas in such a clear way, and it was very much one of those things you just wanted to sit and listen to them speak.
Yes.
Mm.
And they work so well as a team answering questions.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I think it's a quality that's really underrated in Queens is intelligence, and they
Yeah.
do seem like two very sort of
Yeah.
highly intelligent people who really get each other, and that's what you want for people who work that closely together.
I think it's one
Stop making these noises, you freak.
something. I think intelligence does link all of the Drag Race winners. I think they've all been very intelligent queens, and that's what made them a winner.
Kyra Sanchez
really.
is so thankful for that compliment. But
But
she
a
has
winner in different, intelligent
no,
in
they all-
different
they're all
ways.
very
Though she
smart
was
and-
smart. It's
Yeah. No,
there's different facets to
Yeah.
Yeah.
it.
But I think that the Belay brothers do have that kind of wisdom that RuPaul carries as well, where you kind of just want to listen to them
Yeah.
speak.
You would say they have gravitas.
Yes, that's exactly,
And the
exactly
ass.
the word. That's
only-
disgusting.
That's foul.
But I guess the main difference is that I'm just moving on from that. I guess the main difference is that I think that RuPaul espouses a lot of sort of pseudo psychology.
It's very spiritual.
Yeah. A lot of time I don't really buy into it.
October,
Whereas
how is your inner saboteur?
I hear about the inner saboteur one more fucking
It's not
time.
in her, she lives with her, it's called Savannah.
Yeah.
But it pays rent, so it's
But
fine.
moving on to the actual
Yes,
season
how-
of Dragula.
Have we enjoyed it this season?
Loved
I think
it.
it's been great.
Loved it.
It's been a very strong
Showing.
progression from
Yes.
the first season.
See, I've not seen season 1. I need to go back and watch it, but I've really enjoyed it just on its own merits.
It
And-
was definitely much lower budget than it is this time, and you can see
first
the
few
production
episodes.
value for what it is
Not even
immaculate.
in terms of that it's gone up in budget, but that they
Queens?
have.
What'd you
I think
think?
the fact is that they spoilers. You already know who wins season 1, right?
Well, yeah, because I've seen
Yeah,
the episode.
Vander, who won season 1, was a film school graduate and is now head of production or one of the production people on Dragula. So she's put a lot because she hasn't really been doing that much with the win, but she was making sure that Dragula season 2 was produced properly, that it flowed, that the volume, thank fuck, was even.
I think she did do a lot locally to America. With
Oh,
Dragula.
probably, yeah.
Well, I
mean,
think with the first season, they only had queens from LA.
yes.
But with the second one, they have
It's a
queens
lot
from all
longer.
over the US.
But that's what I mean. It's the same way that BB probably didn't have much of an impact, but you know that the more seasons of Dragula there is, the bigger it's going to get.
Well,
And it
there's
already
lots-
feels like this is season 4 development of
Yes.
Drag Race for the Dragula.
Well, interestingly, there were a few questions in the audience that spoke about things like, would you ever consider a drag king? And for both seasons, apparently they did try to get drag kings, but weren't able to get them for whatever
Various
reason.
reasons.
So
Someone
it's
that lands
interesting to
Cider would be
see.
really interesting to see because he does a lot of very conceptual.
Spiky Van Dyke,
Yes.
as well.
people like that. Lots of very talented, but then again, those are quite high name drag kings. I wonder if there are ones who.
Locally that they are aware of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
I
as
actually think
familiar.
from watching their live streams, they've had drag kings at Queen Kong,
Oh,
which is their
absolutely,
show,
yeah.
definitely.
I think they're very much like we want someone
And
who
hyper
embodies
queens
these.
as well.
Yeah.
I think they embrace all sides, and it's not like not all drag venues do, but they are
But not.
so much more open.
I mean,
But
Drag
Harry
Race
Sizing
doesn't.
does not.
hair sizing does not. I've especially been liking Victoria, obviously this season.
Victoria is my
Front
tip
runner?
to win, and
I-
she's
I
who I
disagree.
want to win.
I do love Victoria. Right, let's go through the top 4.
Okay.
Well,
Why
we'll-
top 4? Top 3?
Oh yeah.
Well, I want to include Abora because I think Abora, above all, deserves credit for being the most monstrous of all of them.
Yeah.
I think.
She is the most goblinous.
I think she. Part of me did
being
love.
gross isn't impressive to me.
But that's a big part of Dragula.
is
I
though.
will say
Filth
she has the
and
most
horror.
dedication to her brand,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that like as much as Victoria is much better at the aesthetics, Victoria can do just a glam female look.
Yeah.
But I think Abhora's
Well, she's
straight up like
incapable of doing that. At least at the time that they were filming. Like,
maybe incapability, but it shows the fact that I feel like Victoria can do a basic bitch drag face because she sometimes does it at gigs, whereas you can tell that Abhora gives that, and she gives that every time she's on stage.
Well, the
and
interesting-
that's something to applaud.
Yeah.
I guess the interesting thing, because Savannah's known of Victoria for quite a while. Moving on from that question. Savannah's known of Victoria for quite a while because she followed Victoria when she was doing Orlando's Drag Race Live.
Right.
And she really tried to, because that was a much sort of fishier expectation of drag. So she tried to fit that mold. So Savannah seen her kind of push the monster boundary, but she really tried to be
Keep it
fishy and womanly.
Yeah.
And apparently,
when you're doing a competition, it's smart to play the competition.
well, that apparently was to her detriment because she was. I mean, I'm going by memory of what Savannah says, and I never listened to her, so I might be completely wrong here.
Billy.
But I think it was to her detriment because she wasn't really doing what she's best at with drag.
Yes.
Whereas Dragula is a great venue for someone like Victoria, and yes, Apora as well. But as the bullies said, they need someone who's still good at drag, and I think
Yes.
Apora is just not at the stage of filming.
Or
Dragula
just someone with
that
more
good.
versatility.
Well, I would say
yeah.
that with that top four, you have Bitch, James, and Victoria. I would say those three all can do both. I would say
Yeah.
they can do the glam, they can do the gore.
And
That's
mix
why
them
that's why I
together,
want to give a little shout out to Abora for being very true to quite a distinctive aesthetic. I think one of my favorite looks of the entire season was her look from the Wild West challenge.
Oh, that was
with that kind of like
that
weird
was
like
horrifying.
kind of oil baron kind of cartoony
It was
character.
like Mickey
It
Mouse
was
gone wrong.
so
Steamboat Willie.
It's so terrifying.
Yes.
But so cool. So
It
I
Not as scary as Mr. Bean, but go on.
one of my favorite. I do like her, and I think she did get quite a rough time for a lot of the queens in that season. They were quite
I feel
horrible
like
to
there was
her.
a lot of backstage.
I'm sure there was.
Well,
Shows, stunts,
another
and shenanigans.
another interesting. I feel like I'm just dishing the goss on what
Dash
goes on.
it!
Dash spell.
What
It's-
they do is all of the queens have a full contract that also includes them all living together as well. Which is why between the episodes they go from not knowing each other to knowing each other really well to hating each other because they all live together and they all spend time together.
Because in that first episode, they all hated Bitch, and they were all really coming for her.
But that was
But
all
then-
mostly based on what Abhorra had been telling them
Yeah,
about.
but
Where's
very-
the WoW Presents Plus extras?
Well,
House
the Belay
footage?
brothers were talking about considering it and hadn't done it, and I was like, I regret your choice for you. I don't know
Yeah.
why you haven't filmed that.
They didn't put cameras in the house.
They didn't pick up well,
The call wasn't
Oh,
coming from
no,
inside
no,
the house.
but-
unless they're just
The
touching
other-
themselves while they watch it.
The other thing
When
that
I
they
lay in bed,
mentioned,
I touch myself and I think of you.
Yes.
the other thing that I remember that they mentioned was that they gave the queens the option to not be seen out of drag if they didn't want to be. And I think it was probably Disasterina that really wanted that, because I'm sure, because if you think about the fact she left, the next episode you see them all out of drag for the first time, maybe you couldn't really film them in the house if they're giving the queens the option of not being seen out of drag.
Yes.
What are you going to do, have Disasterina sit about in drag 24/7?
I mean, she
Like-
just dips her face in paint and calls it out.
And we've seen her in the shower in full drag, so we know she does that.
It's true.
But of those top four, we've talked about Abhorra. What are your thoughts on James Majesty?
Amazingly talented, but really annoying at times.
Yeah,
Has the
personality is a
Has the
turn off.
talent, but it's so hard to love.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. Like,
Yes.
I've loved everything she's done. Not the most, but you can't say she's had like a very, very weak moment.
She's had 2 wins where in both cases I really did just think that Victoria did better. Both the
Okay.
Cenobite challenge and sci-fi. I mean, I think James was amazing at both of them.
Agreed.
But I just think that in both cases Victoria was better. And disagree with the
Yeah.
Billies giving her the win. But I think
When
that
it comes to
she's been
aesthetic,
very-
they've been very close, those two.
Yes,
they-
very
and
strong.
James has been very consistently good. So I don't...
And in the top 4 challenge, James's was my favourite look from the post-apocalyptic.
She was my favourite look, but I think when I watched the actual performance, I was shocked to be saying this, but I actually enjoyed Victoria the most.
Shooketh.
And then Bitch and James were quite close, and then Apora was a bit lower down. But yeah, I think James winning that I wasn't mad at. It could have gone to her or Victoria. Again, I think every time one of them wins, the other one's very close anyway. They are very
I think what
evenly
the Billy
matched.
brothers seem to like about James is that she has a very clear personality, and that is their problem with Victoria. They say, we are not seeing your
Yeah.
personality, we're not seeing anything behind the drag. And as much as James's personality isn't that likeable, it's very clear.
Yeah.
So I'll give her that. Like, she has great looks and she's a very strong brand character. Whereas Victoria, all you have is looks and she's quite quiet other than that. And that's my
Yeah.
problem with Victoria. I love her and I love everything she's done. I have my reservations about certain things, but personality-wise, I don't know if I could say anything about her personality just from watching.
I think she
Yeah.
seems like quite a nice person who's just quite focused on doing the task that she's been set.
But it's hard.
And-
It's hard to root for someone if all you have to go on is their work.
I
then
disagree
again-
with that.
It's easier
I,
to root for someone with a personality.
no, I disagree. I think it's easier to root for Victoria because I'm just looking at her, like, portfolio of work.
Yeah.
Whereas with James, I'm looking at that portfolio of work, but also thinking that also comes attached with a
People
personality I don't
people
like.
think about
Yeah.
Jinx with the water off a duck's
Yeah.
back. People get attached to the personality, the vulnerability, and the character.
But what I was going to say
But
is
what
that
about
out
the
of
inner saboteur?
What
out
about
of the top-
her innards? Are they lovely and are they ripped?
out of the top three, I think if I were to go to one who has
Who do you want to win?
the one I
October?
want to win is Victoria. The one I think is most likely to win is probably James. But I think if you're going for most likable personality, it's Bitch. I think Bitch has just got such a nice
Now let's
personality.
talk about Bitch. Now I did not like Bitch coming
I
into it.
counted her out right at the beginning.
I was
Same.
like that's Sasha Bell right there.
She
I,
did have a very Sasha Bell vibe.
yeah, I did not like her at the start. I just did not see her as a threat. But then
the Rock Challenge was her.
after the Rock Challenge, because I think she was kind of like middle of the pack the first two episodes.
No, she's not like bottom two. in
Bottom
those
two,
episodes.
No, I don't think so.
Episode
No.
2 she was.
She was in the
Episode
Super
two, she was-
Bowl.
Yeah,
well, the
episode
bottom
2, but she
six.
was the bottom 6. So
Yeah.
out of 9 of them.
Was not
like,
one of the
that's
worst,
true.
but kind of middle of the pack. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, kind of early mid-season, she stepped her game up and
Yes.
really probably one of the best performers in that season, I would say.
Oh, I think so.
Definitely.
I think
Very funny and has had looks that, whilst maybe not strong as James or Victoria's, are
Made
still
sense.
good looks and
Yeah.
made sense.
I really like
When she
the
sells
alien
them.
one, the green
My
one.
favourite.
I
That
love
was
that
the
as well.
Huzz,
yeah, that kind of like retrofuturism hamburger
Where she was like
diner
giving,
server.
and I feel like people were like Victoria would have just walked that runway, but she was like speaking out and giving it yowdy.
She's given the most comedy. She's given the most
And
performance chops, I would
the
say.
goth bride reveal where she just flips that big massive cape over and just I just think she just has such a sort of showmanship about her.
Yeah.
That's
And
really
I
good.
loved her in the Scream Queens challenge too.
That was
she
so
was great.
very-
I actually didn't.
Really?
Ah.
That's because I thought it was just a bit
Too
sloppy, obvious. But then again, I guess that's kind of what the challenge
It's kind of
called
all
for.
were though.
Yeah. Well, no, because I don't think Abora's was.
Yeah, I thought Aurora's was just crap.
Well, no, I actually kind of enjoyed
I
the
I
was
liked
Abora.
regular.
I liked where she was trying to go with it,
Her
but
acting was just.
but
not
her
up to par.
acting and her
I-
look
yeah.
and everything really just
But
made me
I just thought that
disconnect.
like the come and fake having sex with me, I was like
The
really
the
like
first
really-
slutty one who's always the first to die in the horror movie,
I like
which is
that.
what they described it as.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just felt like it was too hammy.
No, I
But
But
I
I
get
get
what
that's what
you
they
mean,
wanted,
but
but
it didn't
when I
bother
watched
me.
it, I was like, I feel that you could have done
Elevated.
better, elevated it, or done something different, and still done really amazingly with it.
Yes.
So I was disappointed she went for the
she
obvious.
is obviously the best actor, and you feel that going for the obvious route was not worthy of her talent. Almost.
Exactly.
But then
Yeah.
I guess maybe the flip side is that she thought, all these bitches are going to try and do like
Something
more
out of the
conceptual.
box, yeah.
I'll just go with showing raw talent, which sometimes
True.
can be to your benefit. And
True.
obviously the bullies responded well to it, so it
Yeah.
did work for her.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. It could have been phoning it in basically.
So the question is, could Bitch win the season?
I think with Abora gone in those top three, I think each of the top three has
Has earned
has
their
a
place.
unique place as the winner. Because you've got Bitch, the clear performer. You've got Victoria, who's the clear
Visual artist.
visual artist.
Yeah.
and then James probably strikes a balance.
James is in the middle between the two and a stronger personality. I don't feel like James winning the crown would be good for her, but that's
I don't
up
think
for
it'd be
debate.
good for the brand either. Then again, she is probably the most famous
Yes.
among the queens.
Who would you like to see take the crown,
Well,
Perry?
So the tenets of it are like horror,
Filth, glamour. Dragula.
See, that's the thing.
Killer.
Personality is not in there.
Yeah.
True.
So going by those
Going by
criteria.
drag, I think all of them are very accomplished in drag.
Mhm.
Filth, I feel like Victoria would probably edge
I
out
think
on
Bitch is
that.
the filthiest one.
I think Bitch is the filthiest.
I think visually filthy. Probably Victoria with how much Inhuman stuff she does, but in terms of like just personality and attitude,
Yeah,
then
Bitch has a lot of
I think,
attitude. But then again, James also has
James
it
has got a
too.
filthy mouth on her because she's a
Yeah.
cheeky cunt. So
And have you
they
seen
all-
her? James's Twitter is literally just her like wanking and like dick pics. It's just it's pure filth.
Oh,
get told.
watch as CJ and October go to their phones immediately. I already have them
it's
saved.
her. Lol. It's all just nudes or her sharing other people's nudes.
Yeah.
It's
I
pure
just
filth.
I just want to verify these sources.
October, I
So-
don't have Twitter. Can you send me screenshots?
Where's my phone?
Where's my clutch?
So-
My thing is, I was 100% Team Victoria, and then when they pointed it out at when she did the alien look, the birthing, that what the Billy Brothers really stuck with me. They were saying it was like it's almost too special effects, and it's missing it's missing a bit of drag about it.
I disagreed with them actually.
I agree with that because
no, I really disagreed.
I'm kind of like, I look at her more as a special effects makeup artist than as a drag queen at some points, and especially with that alien birthing look, I was like, this is more special effects than drag for me, and I know that she can do drag because
Yeah.
I've seen the fishy looks, but I would like. It seems like she can either do horror or fish, and getting a balance between those two is her weak spot.
Well, I
I would say
disagree.
the Cenobite is a really good balance between the two of them.
I didn't
actually,
see a lot of drag in the
But then
Cenobite. That was just
I wonder if you're going to agree with me on this. I think the alien from Victoria was actually really draggy in the sort of bodily proportions.
That's
of
exactly what I think.
It was female.
It was very obviously feminine and quite grotesquely feminine with the saggy breasts, and it wasn't glamorous in any way, but it was because it was so well done, and the sort of stickiness between the
That was
limbs,
horrifying.
and then the clicking noise when she was giving birth, and then at first I was like, I think she's not given a lot of personality. Then she's holding the baby and she just starts laying into it and eating it, and that was the part where I was like, winner, like has to win
despite
this.
what I've just said as well, I do think Victoria is my pick for winner. I think she can do horror, she can do glamour. I've not seen a lot of filth, but I believe that she can do it well. We at this point in time we have not yet seen the finale, so I really hope
Or the reunion.
that they do exactly what they did last year, and they do 3 runways, and you have
Yeah.
to do horror, you have to do filth, and you have to do glamour, because it was at that point that each of last year's top 3,
Yeah,
apart from Frankie because she was garbage,
she was.
the other 2 got to show
So for
them.
the whole time, I've known who 2 of the top 3 were, and you just told me the third
Yes.
one is.
Oh, really?
Great.
It's not really spoilers at this
Well,
point.
no, it's not. No, I mean great as in she's not the third person I
Yes.
would have wanted.
I feel like I hope they do that runway again, because it will give all 3 of them to branch into the area we think they are least well
I
versed
think that's a
in.
fair
Sure.
point.
And I think if Victoria does a good filth look, I'm 100%
cement
on
her
board.
as your winner.
Yeah.
Who-
It's,
But
it's,
I
it's
wouldn't
very
be-
close.
I wouldn't be mad if James won.
I would be mad
don't
at
know
any
if
of.
Bitch's track record is in her advantage, but I wouldn't be mad
I
if she
mean,
won either.
like looking at it purely, like if you were to put together the Wikipedia table that Drag Race has,
there is one.
Bitch
And
has
Bitch
done
has the
better.
highest, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
Bitch has
make
done the best.
Bitch has the highest record.
Who's your winner, Ru?
I would be happy with any of them won. I do love Bitch. I think I find James very off-putting with his personality. I find Victoria a little bit like boring. But I like all of them equally. But I think James. Think of it this way. Of those 3, who would you pay to go and see?
Victoria.
All 3 of them. I would love to see all 3 of them live. I think they're all really,
I
really
think
I
good.
would say
Victoria.
Victoria. I would say
Maybe James.
It's
is-
hard.
The thing is, see
But
when
you
you
know,
get,
fine well, Bitch would put on a great show.
Bitch would be put on a great show, but I would love to see Victoria at a Mothertucker venue, not at a Suck venue. As in, I would love to
Question
see her in an alternative.
2, who would you book? Of those 3, you can only pick one. Who would you book for Suck, for example?
Bitch.
Bitch.
But if I was
No,
booking
James
for, if I was
Majesty.
booking for Mothertucker, I'd book Victoria, because
No, because the thing that puts me
Yeah.
off James, and this is part of what makes me reticent about her being the winner, is I wouldn't want to book James because I feel like she could be a handful to have to deal with.
Yeah,
But
I feel like she could be
that's
well,
what I'm saying.
difficult.
I think
Whereas I feel like Victoria or Bitch would be like a pleasure to work
Really
with.
Bitch
nice
should
to
be
work
great
with.
on the mic. Bitch should be a great performer. Bitch is
no,
crowd
but think
pleasing
of it
regardless
this
of what she
way.
does.
James Majesty also has the voice and the online presence that people would go crazy to see James Majesty. Because she's such a cunt, you could just rely on the fact you give her the microphone, she's going to offend everyone, everyone's going to be up
Yeah,
in
but
arms, it's
then
going to be
you also,
hysterical.
but then you also know that you have to deal with her backstage, and you have to deal with getting.
No,
her
that's
to the,
what Rujazzle does.
Yeah.
But in what you're saying, if I compared so I would want James Majesty for Suck. For Mothertucker, I probably would want one of the other two.
Yeah.
I
I'd
probably
agree with
would want a Victoria or I would want a bitch.
Also,
for
what I will
Mothertucker.
say, in spite of everything that we've just said, I will say that the 2 top 4 episodes really made me warm to James a lot more. Because
Yes.
her taking more time to sort of rationalise and justify her standoffish attitude in drag, I kind of related to. I was like,
Yeah.
I get that. I get it when you think you're just being quite sort of blunt and direct, but everyone thinks you're a cunt. I can relate to that. so-
Surprisingly.
but like, I think there's a difference that she just really just goes for blood with people in a way that I think is quite unnecessary a lot of times. Like when she's, what was the one that she did? She turned around to Abhora when they were sitting all getting ready in one of them, and just started laying into her for the previous week, and I was just like, where is the necessity for
Yeah.
this?
I
Like,
think there was also
it's
the
sometimes just quite.
I think it was also difficult because, especially in the more recent episodes, Abora just kind of laid down to all the criticism
Yes,
she
she
was
wasn't fighting back.
getting. Which I was like, fair enough that they said what they said, but then I felt that James a lot of the time was going for blood.
Trying
And
to
I'm
get a
like,
response.
Filth.
Well,
Maybe.
perhaps, but I was like, this poor girl is like on the edge of tears.
Yeah.
And she's just laying into her. I think the more that I saw of James, the more fakeness I saw, especially if like Maniki and stuff as well, when she had that pretend heart to heart
Oh
with
my
her.
God,
And then
yes.
immediately she was like, I'm not friends with her. I was like, well,
Well,
Yeah.
you've just put
you've
me right
ruined.
back off
Yeah.
of you.
Even when she was doing the thing with Maniki, I was like, I don't believe it. But then I was like, well, you've just confirmed it. I was like, so that's a bit rotten.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like she's come across as very fake, negative, and aggressive in a
You're
way
a
that
fake ass bitch. You've got no talent.
Yeah,
And
very
this is
that.
a show for talented people.
Not people who can buy shoes.
Very that.
Well, not for people that can buy club kid shoes because they go out
Yes.
for friends.
So we,
In conclusion,
in conclusion,
I think we it's a very strong top 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we all like them all in different ways.
Yes.
But I can't call it. I think it'll have to depend
And this
on
final runway.
that final episode.
I also
yeah.
think
and
that they
what
will
happened at
take
the reunion.
the reunion into
Oh
I'm
consideration.
my
so
God.
excited, it looks ridiculous.
That'll be a gag.
Do you think they filmed the reunion after?
I really
Those
hope the
before.
reunion's before, because I would love.
No, I mean, do you think they filmed the reunion while they were filming the full thing?
Yeah.
Or they
No, I-
had a break?
I would imagine that they
Oh.
probably filmed it all up until the top 4, sent them away, and have done the reunion
That's
and
what I
finale
would love.
recently.
A la season 9 reunion from
Yeah.
Drag Race.
Yes.
But issue is season 9's reunion was actually filmed after the
I'm
finale,
aware, I'm aware.
obviously. But I would like it if they did it the right
But
way
yes.
around chronologically.
At this
for the
point,
show.
It's airing, what, Tuesday the
It's
9th?
this coming Tuesday.
Is the final episode.
No,
It's not a
it's-
reunion and then...
No, I think
one
there's
after.
2. No,
I
no.
think there's 2, so...
No, there's 2 because
Tuesday the 9th
James
of
posted about
January
it on Instagram.
is
There's 2 of them.
the reunion, and
Mhm.
Tuesday the 16th
Yes.
is the finale. And I'm very excited to see both.
Yes.
Yes!
So we did mention potentially this year about doing Dragula earrings at Mothertucker, if there is demand for it. So let us know, guys, in the comments below if you want to
Sound
see.
off!
Sound off if you want to see Dragula earrings, like we do for Drag Race, at Mothertucker for season 3, which I guess will be airing in
Towards the end of the year. I
yeah
imagine.
towards the end of the year. So we're thinking like when did it start this year? Like October.
September, October.
Yeah,
I think
October.
It was October.
I think that it was aired
was
on
Halloween.
It was
Halloween.
on Halloween, yes.
Right.
Halloween. So yeah, so end of this year, season 3. Let's see what happens. Now this would not be Mothertucker without a game.
Yes, an ad lib game that
It's
no
time
one has
for
prepared.
the Mothertucker game.
So while we all get your Mothertucker cocktails from the bar,
And while Lacey does a costume change upstairs,
we will buy time.
we will
spread this
vamp.
out.
Vamp. So this week's game, we are playing 20 questions.
Or as we like to call it, Who is she though?
Who is she though?
Who is she though?
So the four of us, we're gonna pick a queen in our heads.
Okay.
But how is your head?
Well.
That's a real question.
You have to ask that.
You have to
Fine.
ask them up.
Stop that. All right, spell. You can spell the story.
So the wonderful Rujazzle, Cece Banks, and Axel came back to
So
my
you
flat.
might, if you've ever been stuck before, occasionally.
Occasionally, Rujazzle likes to have a drink or two, just one or two.
Sometimes we get drunk at Suck. I can't. Once a year.
I'm a professional. I never get drunk at Suck. I get drunk after.
Oh no, same.
Yeah,
I don't get drunk.
so
Also,
after
side note, sorry, I do this again to you, but I love that you said, yeah, you can spell the T. Perry gets about one sentence into the story and you decide to start taking over.
I'm just
What?
giving
giving.
I also like
Continue,
that
continue.
Rose says, I don't get drunk at Suck, and yet Act 3 when she's hosting, she goes, I don't know, I'm drunk. Multiple times.
Just like when October hosts.
Yes.
In the third set.
I've had my double
Right,
vodka
finish the story.
red.
So, as Rue was saying, after Suck, we go to Lollipop Wednesdays at the Polo Lounge next door
Yes.
from midnight, where you get to socialise with the queens, which is code for Rue skeezes drink off of everybody she meets.
Lies.
Which translates to do not dare speak a word to me when I'm in that club unless you're going to buy me a
Unless
drink.
you're buying me a drink, unless you have one in your hand.
If you want to come up and compliment me for the show, don't come up and compliment
Me via
me
beverage.
Yes. Via Facebook.
So Rue had clearly received a lot of compliments that night and returned home ferried by Axel and CJ.
You have to suck.
Stop.
Axel and CJ, who kindly chaperoned her into the front room where, I don't know, like Rue could barely see one lash in front of her face. Was kind of
Did she still have her
rolling-
lashes on at
She
this
did.
stage?
They did
Wow,
not
well
remove
done.
her face even when she fell asleep.
I instead smashed my Snapchat camera into her face.
Yes. Now,
No recollection of this.
Rue did not enjoy the night alone. She did have a lover with her while she was sitting in the seat, and that lover was the mop that we had been using to clean the room earlier to that day, so she started giving it a blowjob.
Just to be clear, the handle, not the other
handle.
end of the mop.
No, well, of course, that would be
Kleenex.
disgusting.
That would be a
Clean it.
blowjob. That's tentacle porn.
However, the next morning when I woke up, there was a used condom on it. So, no, just kidding.
Stop it.
But yes, that wonderful mop is
Comedy
still
entertainment.
still lip-sync signed to this day by Dominatrix by Jeffree
No,
Star.
Masochist.
Masochist.
by
Sorry.
Jeffree
Oh, you're right.
Star,
Okay, I forgot because
yes.
you own
that one
you own
stains
androgyny
as
and
well.
masochist.
Yeah.
That one leaves a mark.
It does. It really does.
Well,
yes. The mop knows.
Anytime I've used it, I go into work the next day and it's just like, it looks as if I've had my lips done. They're just
I'm
like,
taking them up to Sanford next week, guys.
So as we were saying, we're all going to pick a queen and
yeah.
a...
Yes. Right. The
Well,
game.
I picked them up. I'm
the
not
game.
gonna-
The game.
I picked the ladder from
So
season one.
we're all gonna pick a queen, a Scottish queen,
A queen established on the scene
in Scotland, in her head.
When you say
So
established,
that means you can't use Perry?
You can use
No,
anyone.
established is past tense.
Not only our listeners, but us four in the room will be aware of.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the other queens will have to ask them a total of 20 questions
Might not even
in
need
which
that many.
to ascertain the name of the queen.
The identity.
Yes, the identity of the queen. So, who's going first?
Would anyone like to go first?
We're like, how shady do we want to be?
Ooh. I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, have you got your queen, CJ?
Yes, I do.
Right, so put up 10 fingers. So you have...
Should we just do 10 questions? 20 is so many.
Yeah, do 10.
Because we've already narrowed
Because we
it
know
as
that
a Scottish
it's a queen. It's a queen in
a squeen.
Scotland.
Right, it's now called 10 questions.
I think
The rules
it's
changed.
called Who Is She Do?
It's called Who Is She Do? Right, question number 1. Does she perform at Trigger?
She has.
Okay.
Does she perform at Trigger regularly?
Not anymore.
Oh. Is she... Has she got more than 4,000 followers on Instagram?
I'm not sure of the Instagram following.
Is she Insta famous?
Yes.
Has she performed regularly at Mothertucker?
She has performed many times at Mothertucker, so not regularly. It's a subjective one.
Okay.
Is this not just meant to be yes or no?
I think it should be
Who is
yes.
she
Yeah.
do? Keep going. You know how it is anyway. But keep going.
Does she live with another drag queen?
She does indeed.
Does she have a good name in with the BBC?
She does indeed. Well, I'm not sure what she says to the BBC. I would assume so.
Does she have a mother who destroys the rest of the Glasgow scene with amazing wigs?
She does indeed. Do you know who she is?
Oh, I know who it is.
Let's
I
all
think
sit together, shall we?
3.
Why does October not know?
I don't know who it is.
Wait,
And if-
I just worked it. I was thinking drag mother for the last question. I'm sitting going, she doesn't know, that's not right. Right, yeah. With
On
you.
3, ladies, 1, 2, 3.
Lawrence Chaney.
Correct.
Yes.
Very funny because that was my queen.
Oh, yes!
Oh.
How many followers does Lawrence have?
Oh, she has like
4,000.
More than 4.
almost 5k now, I'm pretty sure, with her.
Just giving you an extra shout out there, Loza.
Follow Loza on Insta.
At Lawrence Cheney, hashtag Wigs for Gigs.
Hashtag
Who wants to
Mrs.
go
Brown's
next?
Well, yes. Well, have
We
you
go
seen
next.
all of?
I have seen her Mrs. Brown's Boys transformation. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
Yes.
She got a like from Brendan O'Carroll, which
Yes.
I think is amazing. So all the best to you, Loza.
More to come on BBC The Social.
You watch.
Oh yeah, she has a new T-shirt.
She does have a
Right,
yeah.
you go next this week.
Yes.
Right, October. Put up your 10 fingers.
Oh, yeah, 10 fingers.
Right.
I just like 5.
Is she a Glasgow-based queen?
Yes.
Do you like the style of makeup she uses?
Wait, if she says no, that's not a compliment.
No. I'm not gonna lie.
Has
can't
she
wait.
been doing drag for more than 2 years?
No.
Oh.
I thought it was Lacey Rain, honestly. Just straight from that.
Has she performed at Mothertucker?
Yes.
Right, Perry, you get a question because
I know, yeah. I don't. I've
Need to
never.
jump in,
I've never
please.
seen a drag queen before.
Come on, take this pinky down.
So it's a Glasgow queen who's been performing for, or been around for less than 2 years. Has she been around for less than 1 year?
No.
Has
Wait.
she-
Has she been around for less than 1 year? No. Yes, as in she's been around between 1 and 2 years.
Okay.
Has she got a drag daughter?
No.
Oh, I think
Oh.
I actually.
I thought I knew it was, but I'm wrong now.
Is it a bio queen?
No.
Oh.
I think the word you're looking for is hyper queen, but we'll move on.
Yes.
Is
you do.
it? Oh, I don't.
Hyper Queen is
Um,
a thing now, yeah.
Has she performed in the Suck Off?
Ooh, I'm not 100% sure. Let me just double check.
Well, why don't we just leave that
Wait,
question?
no.
Yeah, I'll take
no,
the
I
question.
literally-
I'll take the question back. Has she
Okay.
performed at Suck?
Yes.
Ah.
Nah, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Is she from the Western Isles?
No.
It's not you know.
It's not Carnival Rain.
We have one question left and none of us are
Who did
entirely
you think
sure.
it was earlier?
Other than that
I thought it was
she's
Thistle earlier.
We
Other than
said
the-
that she's a Glasgow-based queen. I think.
Glasgow-based queen.
Fuck,
That
I've wasted that
question
There is the
question.
question.
Right, we've only got one left.
I'm not going to ask it.
I can't even think of who it could be.
Does she... I don't know what to ask because I don't know if I'll be able to guess this person. Does she perform at Trigger regularly?
No.
Okay.
And you don't like her makeup?
Just to reiterate, you
Just to
hate
reiterate.
her makeup.
Right. I'll clarify.
Actually, I said the style of makeup she uses.
I mean, I'll clarify that
What, you like
I
the product she uses, not the way she uses
I don't
it.
dislike the idea behind her makeup. I just don't like the execution.
And it's definitely not Lacey.
For sure, that's what I thought.
It's not
Right,
Lacey.
should we all take a guess, all three of us?
I'll go.
Yeah,
No
each you go
idea.
separately.
Right, so Glasgow based, between 1 and 2 years. And it's performed at Mothertucker but doesn't perform at Trigger regularly. And has performed at Suck. Has not performed at Suck.
Has performed at
Has
Suck.
performed at Suck. I will guess. I'm actually just trying to think of
And it's
something.
not a Hyper Queen.
No.
It's someone just in that category.
I literally can't think of anyone.
I can't think of anyone either, no.
Glasgow
You're gonna
based.
kick yourselves when I
Is
tell you.
it marijuana?
It is indeed. Yes.
Oh, what a
Oh,
Sorry,
well done,
Marie.
Perry.
Yes.
Marijuana, yeah.
Sorry, Marie, but I like your makeup more now, so just keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, gag.
Oh,
No, as in keep like improving. Like I like what she's doing with it.
October's word of advice: keep improving.
No,
Marie,
like her.
just remember
no.
this is coming from Oktoberfest.
No. What I will point
Take it
like
with a pinch of salt.
anyway.
Makeup
Marie-
extraordinaire.
So Marie has just recently done some revamps of some of her
I
old looks
saw
on
it.
Instagram.
Those were amazing.
Yeah, those ones I was like, yeah, much better. So like, it's definitely.
And she is
and
a
it's an,
mood queen. I
it's
can
an
really
interesting concept to like look back at your own work and say I've improved so much
Yeah.
since I did that. I'm going to do the
So I
exact same look but just revamp it.
Yeah.
Marie, I really love them.
No, yeah, definitely
I
buy.
might not have actually liked them on Instagram, but I appreciate them.
Right, I'm gonna go next.
Oh,
Okay.
damn, okay.
Right.
Are they Glasgow based?
No.
Oh,
Are they Edinburgh based?
No.
Dundee?
No.
Are we just gonna lose this?
Right, so
Is it Carnival
we've
Rain?
only got 7 questions left. Have they been doing drag for less than 2 years? Or less than 2, around the 2-year mark, much more than 2.
I'm
That's
gonna
not
say
a
that
yes or
around
no
about
question.
the 2-year mark. I'm
Okay.
gonna say
Okay.
That was not a yes or no question.
Aberdeen?
no.
Where the fuck are they from?
Wait, did we ask were they Glasgow based or are they
Do
from
they
Glasgow?
enjoy a bondage witch goth?
That doesn't narrow it
course.
down. That doesn't narrow it
It
down.
excludes a few people.
It does.
It's
So
just
around
just
the
not
2-year
Lacey.
mark, not from the big.
Mhm.
Sterling?
Nope.
Ooh.
We're just going for location now. So all we know is that they're not from these cities and they enjoy a bondage witch.
Well, no, wait. Do we know that they're not from those cities or they're not based in those cities?
Oh, I hope Rue's not being petty about it.
I'm not gonna make it. No, they're not in any of them.
Okay,
To the T-T-Y.
is it Carnival Rain?
No.
I guess
You got 2 questions
She's
left.
not bondage witch
Right.
goth.
Stop
really.
asking questions about
But
location.
Where else?
Why is it Bruce and she exists on the internet only?
Stop that right now.
Just kidding. She was recently at the rabbit hole. Well done.
Around 2 years, bondage witch, and not from any of these big cities. And still Scottish.
Based in Scotland.
Oh.
Oh.
That's allowed. We're allowed
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
They started
yeah.
drag in Scotland.
Started
Started
drag.
drag in Scotland.
Oh.
Who has moved?
Is it St Andrews based?
Yes.
Is it the wonderful Bella Muerte?
Yes. Yeah, you were
lovely
so
queen.
close. You had 1 question left. You were
Well
so
done,
close.
Mary, well done, well done, well done.
It is
Oh.
Bella Morte,
So
yes.
I've got every single one right.
Oh my god,
There
wow.
you go.
Look at you.
Right, so now let's see if any of us can get yours right.
Last queen up.
Last
is
queen
Carrie
up.
Cyazine.
I'm torn between who I'm going to choose because I low-key think I might be bullying. Let's just go for it.
I think I already know who it is.
I already know who it
10
is.
fingers. Put them up.
Okay.
So, let's think of more interesting questions.
Then
this time.
location.
Let's
No
just have
location
fun-
questions.
Yeah.
Do you like their drag?
No.
Literally,
Doesn't narrow it down.
no one.
Doesn't narrow it down.
Is what they do drag.
It's
Sometimes.
their interpretation of drag. No, I'm just kidding. What they do is drag.
Do they? Wait. Have they performed at Suck?
They have.
Oh, okay.
Are they a hyper queen?
No. I just want to read.
Do they enjoy a long jumper that goes past their arms and past the knees?
And ribbed. No.
That was not a question.
Rip for her pleasure.
That was
Ribbed for nobody's pleasure.
that was not a question. So they have performed at Suck.
Yes.
That's the only question I can repeat. It's not shady. Have they been doing drag for less than 2 years?
As far to my knowledge, yes.
Okay.
Neuro queen.
Oh, it's not who I thought it was then.
Well, it looks like they've been doing it for less than 2 years.
That's not the answer to the question.
So hateful.
Do they enjoy a hat in their profile picture?
I don't think so.
That is straight up you, baby queen, back with
Wait.
your dog filter
No,
days.
I mean
Let me just.
wide brimmed hat.
Let me just. Oh, right. Okay. I was thinking cap.
I
because that's
don't
what
mean a
you're
backwards
currently
cap.
wearing.
I mean a wide
Let me-
brimmed cap.
Let me just have a quick
What is she talking about?
nosy.
No idea.
So they've been doing drag for less than 2 years.
Yeah.
They've performed at Suck. Were they performing in a suck off?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they're a suck-off contestant.
But have they performed? No, I don't want to ask that question.
Oh, go on.
No,
More inventive
Are they
questions.
part of a drag family?
Not to my knowledge. I
Okay.
don't think so.
Okay.
It's
A
not.
wide-rimmed hat.
Not. It's not that person that you were thinking of. 2 questions left.
Two questions
Two
left.
questions
Oh my
left.
god.
They have performed in the suck-off.
Mhm.
What they do is not drag, according to Perry.
No,
Cyazine.
it
no.
is.
Oh, no,
It is.
Perry
It is drag.
Perry
What
doesn't
they do
like.
is
Doesn't
drag.
like
They're
it.
drag.
Oh.
Are they?
Did they start drag at a later stage in life?
Oh, good question.
Oh, I see who you're hinting at, I think. No.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
One
Just
question
the one.
left.
Would you class them as a high energy performer?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Okay.
Ah.
Do we
Doesn't
check-
mean I don't think they're a good performer.
just
but-
not high energy.
Just not high energy. But you didn't ask me if I
It's
thought they were a
not
good
McMarlin
performer.
or Diana Monte because they're
High energy.
Defrosted. Back in the freezer.
My guess. Are you Flojo?
I am.
Oh
I knew you would
No,
go for Flojo.
I will defend it a little bit. She is obviously a baby queen with very little experience, and she is learning. And her drag has actually changed a lot every time that I've seen her.
Yes.
It has.
And we're so excited to have her back in the suck-off.
And I do
Yeah.
think what she
signed up
does.
for this season.
What she does is drag. What she does.
It is drag.
It
Yes,
is drag.
it is drag.
I have no illusions. That it's
And speaking of baby queens, we actually have the suck-off returning
Yes!
soon, don't we, Rujazzle?
So we weren't actually sure if we bring it back, but there was this huge demand for it. So yes, we bring it back starting in February.
Huge demand, maybe just from the audience perspective.
Just the audience,
Just Louise and Sammy,
just
really.
yeah, Louise and Sammy, they're
They
keen for it.
love watching baby queens battle it out.
Yes.
And there's
So
been so many talented queens that have come.
Yes,
from the
so
suck-off.
many of our new Glasgow regulars.
I mean, like winners include Reese Spectrum,
Yes.
Kiko won,
Raven
Carnival
Red
Rain
Stars
won, Raven
was
Red
our
Stars
All
won,
Stars final blow. winner.
Horrible Goblin,
Horrible Goblin.
you know,
Maybe.
legends only,
Yeah.
legends only.
The Legends Ball winner.
But yes, the cycle 2 of the Suck Off is returning this year, 2018.
Tumblr's Drag Race
Um,
2.
Shut up.
Link below,
Good idea.
guys.
Yes, the link will be below to sign up now. There are slots opening in February, March, April, and beyond.
But tell us more about your open slots, Rujazzle.
Open slots. You know what? I got very open slots.
For a mop.
For a mop, yes, always.
Maybe even a cheeky
Alright.
broom.
Oh, I wouldn't cheat. I
A
wouldn't
dust
cheat.
pan, you
Bru-
whore.
Is that broom
What if the mop
jazzle?
found out?
I was gonna say that.
And speaking of the suck off, it's just one of the many things we have lined up for the new year for both Mothertucker and Suck. For both of our
Yes,
shows.
we have tons of exciting things coming up, including drag race screenings at Mothertucker. We've got
All-Stars
some-
3.
Yes, for that season. We have lots of exciting themes coming up. We have special themed months as well. We had our very successful month of horror. We'll have
So
more
excited
of that,
for that.
this year again. Then over at Suck and Monica's, we have more exciting guests coming up. Oh, can we reveal next month's guests?
I think we
I
can.
I think we can. I think
So
we
the
can.
Suck Harders are returning, where we have a very special guest that comes on the first Wednesday of each month.
Yes, and as always, it's free entry, so you can see queens from all over the UK and the world. I mean, we have
And
had
the
we have
world.
had international queens here at Suck. Free show.
From Chicago, from Berlin, from
From
wherever Wanda Screw is from.
She was
Chicago.
Chicago as well. Chicago
So
loves
Chicago's
us.
More
place.
Chicago.
Chicago.
And how
Another
many,
club.
How
Another
many
club.
amazing Drag Race queens were Chicago based or are Chicago
Yes,
based?
exactly. But yes, we had a little break for January. For
the new year.
The quiet season. But in February, we're having our big relaunch of the Suck Harder on the 7th of February with a very special Manchester invasion. So we're having 2 brand new queens in the Suck stage and one queen who was
Returnee.
the most requested in the poll.
For
So I put
returning
a
Suck
little,
Harder
I put a
guests.
little poll up last year of who do you want to see back at Suck, and the winner was it was Donna Trump. Of course. Now she has done Suck twice now, and is a much-known face in the Glasgow drag scene. People love
I'm
her.
sure she's sucked more than twice.
Oh, she has.
a frequent-
And
a
the
frequent
last time
sucker.
she was up here, not only did she do that, she did a full Glasgow scene takeover because she did 3 shows in her one visit.
Yes.
She is beloved up here, and she loves it up here. And up the rear.
So we're having... she does. Loving it. We're having Donald Trump, and we're also having Eva Saration, who did Mothertucker
Yeah.
for Politics Week. She's back with some brand new numbers, and also
Don't say brand new, they might be recycled.
brand new for
something
Suck.
new for
Brand new for Suck, yes. And we're
Much
also
like the Mothertucker
having
recycled numbers.
the UK's premier rapping drag queen, Monopoly Phonic.
Dun dun dun!
Yes,
Dun, dun,
we are
dun.
having our Manchester takeover on the 7th of February. Come there for Suck Harder. Come there. Come here.
Come here, come there, come everywhere.
Yes.
Come
And
here.
now, Dr. Seuss, you know. So yes, come to Suck on the 7th of February
Green eggs in hand.
with our
I'm not
Manchester
coming,
invasion. Will be hosted by myself, Oktoberfest, and CJ Banks.
That's
Lacey
me.
Rain is, I don't know, in the bed with flu.
Consumption.
Consumption.
The
She puts the
vapors.
cunt in the
And
function.
if that wasn't enough, we have a top secret guest coming to Suck on the 24th of January.
Now, is it top secret because you don't even know?
I know who it is,
It's
I know
so
who it is.
secretive.
but I cannot reveal who it is. You have to come to the show. I cannot reveal who it is.
It
I
will be a
literally
gag.
can't.
But can we do a little teaser for who, but not tell them who it is, but give them a little teaser about who will be coming in March?
Or who may be coming throughout the rest of the year.
Okay.
At Suck Harder.
So a few like teasers. We have queens from Brighton,
we do.
Mm-hmm.
We have
from
queens from
London.
London.
Love it.
Not from Drag Queens of London.
No. Not yet.
So yes, lots of that in store. So yes, come to Suck every single Wednesday, and of course, Mothertucker every Tuesday in Polo Lounge. And of course, don't forget we have lots of amazing local queens from all over Scotland coming to Suck and Mothertucker this next few months.
Many
Yes.
of whom will be featured in a very exciting upcoming project that should be on sale by the time this podcast comes out.
Yes.
Rujazzle, do you want to say what it is?
So this project is months in the making. We have been planning this for quite a while now. To do a Mothertucker calendar.
Yeah.
So you can purchase the Mothertucker calendar 2018, featuring 12 of your favourite Glasgow queens, one per month. We'd hoped to have this ready for the start of the new year, but there's been delays for various reasons. But yes, it'll be ready this month, January, for sale. Special thanks to Polo Lounge for funding it all and helping us out with the
And
process.
hopefully you should find a link to buy it in the description. If
Yes,
not,
you
come
can-
to the shows.
Yes, you can come to both the shows and grab a calendar. Yes, they'll be very cheap, and you can have us on your wall all year long.
All
And
year round.
then you cut it up and then you put 12 posters of your favourite Scottish drag queens. Yay!
Yeah, or you have 11 posters and then one of CJ Banks.
And,
Oh!
I'm November.
and an Oktoberfest dartboard as well.
Yes.
So there you go. I'm looking at you, Munter.
Yeah, no.
These
And
calendars can be ripped up for multiple props,
wh-
for multiple Mothertucker
when,
shows.
when you say dartboard for October, it's because I'm going to be throwing darts at everyone else's faces all year long. It's going to be great.
Lucky
time it gets to-
Savannah.
It's fine, I'm going to hang it on her face as I throw them.
Madness. So yes, buy our calendar, buy a Mothertucker cocktail, tip us at shows. Money makes the world go round. Money makes the world go round.
I'm just picturing you as Karen Dunbar. Money, money, money,
No,
money.
because it's what's the bit right before it is it's the first song and it's money, 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 money. You have to have the
How could we forget that?
Ha ha! Hi guys. No, I'm not gonna do it.
You can see.
Cut it.
No, we're going to get the full 8-minute mix if we do this.
Legitimately, I would go.
You can find Karen Dunbar on Yanis Clear's channel.
Or on our recently launched Mothertucker YouTube channel.
Which
Yes.
they'll be watching this on.
Make sure you subscribe, don't just listen and then unclick, or I will hunt you down and kill you.
Because unlike legend icon Sir John McClane, subscription is not optional to us. You
Subscription
must
is not
subscribe.
optional. And we offer seamlessness and Mac powder eyeshadow in the shade Omega.
I'll have you know it's actually MAC Cosmetics powder eyeshadow in the shade.
There you go.
Shenanigans. Let's end this.
Yes,
you
let's
so
end this
much.
now.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening,
We
and
will
thank
see you again for a new episode and maybe even a viewing episode. Because we don't know when this will go out, but we may be on Ulsa's 3 time of the month already.
Yeah.
Craziness.
So, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting local drag. I've been Rujazzle.
I've been CJ Banks.
I've been Oktoberfest.
And I've been Perry Cyazine.
And this has been the Mothertucker cocktail.
I think we're leaving that.
And this has been the Mothertucker podcast. Have a great week, guys. Mwah.
Bye.